haven't gotten a win in 4 home games in a row now, so I mean that's certainly frustrating. And the last 2 are most frustrating of all because 2 games are 1-0 in which we really were on top of the other team. We just couldn't break them down and give up kind of fluky goals in the last 2 games, and it's unacceptable. I think a little bit of a sense of urgency. I think when teams sit in against us, they've developed a blueprint there where they're comfortable with keeping the game in front of them and then hitting us on the counter. And maybe that's something that they do when they come play us at Saputo, because we've had good games at the start of the season and we've made it a tough place to play. So we'll see if that changes on the road or not, but we need to figure out a way to combat that.
C'est une équipe qui tu vois, ils fermaient beaucoup si on veut, les intervalles, ils restaient bien compacts. Déjà que le jeu c'était un peu brouillon, si on veut. Malgré ça, on est à la maison, puis c'est frustrant, frustrant des fins comme ça.
Yeah, and I mean, not to make excuses, team come over here and didn't know what we're probably going to do, so they end up like sitting back, and it's sometimes really hard to penetrate through the defense. But like I said, it's about time we start climbing up the table, and we all know it's not good enough, so I'm just going to reiterate that again, it's not good enough, so we have to try as much as possible and get away from this. It's not too late, we still have some games, and so far as there's a game, there's always a will to climb up the table.
I mean, they're all tough when you lose, but I think at the end of the day, we knew there was going to be a team that's going to sit back and look to for sure to counter. They were pretty good in transition. We talked about it every day leading up to the game, and we worked on certain things. I just felt the first half we weren't as sharp with the ball. We were a little bit slow. We tried to force it a little bit inside, and I think every chance I had was just our forced errors with the ball, and we talked about it at halftime. I got to see the goal again, but in the end, we tried to push the game as much as we could, and we took some risk in the end, to try to obviously tie the game up, and it's disappointing because of the great atmosphere and our fans being here, and just I know we haven't lost ground in the standings, but I think this is 3 points that hurt a lot, I think it was great for the fans, when you have an opportunity, I think there's been some great players that have been a part of this organization in the past when I wasn't here. You had guys like Nesta, maybe their first game when they came, Marco De Vaio, Matteo Ferrari, guys that have played at a high level. Obviously, Didier's he's a superstar, and because of what he's done in his career, and we're consistently over the years. So I think it was a special moment for him, for the club and the commitment we made, and it was special. It was nice for the fans to get to see a player like this wearing the Impact colors. I think it was a proud moment, and it was great to see. It was just unfortunate we would have topped it off if we had the victory tonight, but I think it's a process, and with every game we have to learn. I know it's a pretty down locker room in there right now. The locker room is down in the mood, and that's understandable because it was a missed opportunity tonight, and we weren't at our best. That's the honest truth. As much as we had the ball and all this stuff and controlled it, if you look at guy by guy, we didn't have our best performance, and if we do that, we're not going to be able to win games.